Imagine being locked up in your home, house arrest.
Okay.
And then managing to get 63 charges added to your name while you're on house arrest.
How do you do that? How do you do that?
So ladies and gentlemen, pick up your cup and get ready to grow from the drama and learn from the chaos. Today we're gonna be talking about the rapper Youngboy.
In this particular place, it was hard. It was hard for real. We didn't really have much now.
NBA Youngboy, born Kentrell Deshaun Gordon, was born in 1999, truly living up to his name. Having never actually shot hoops professionally, the NBA actually stands for Never Broke Again. Although his pockets have pledged never to go broke, sadly the same can't be said for his own neck. Clearly he wasn't a fan of Wu-Tang as a child, because NBA Youngboy famously broke his neck whilst he was wrestling as a toddler. The serious injury actually required him to wear a full neck and head brace while his spine healed, which left the 3 iconic head scars that he has to this day.
He grew up without his father in the picture after he was sentenced to 50 plus years. His mother would move away because of this. She sent him to live with his grandparents on 38th and Chippewa Street.
I always stay with my grandma, like my grandma took care of me. My grandma gave me anything I want. My grandma made me feel love. And when she died, I ain't never felt that feeling again.
They started stealing bikes and car batteries at a young age, eventually leading up to home break-ins. He would eventually drop out of school in the 9th grade and start taking rap more serious. This was around the time his grandmother would pass away from heart failure, leaving Kentrell nowhere to go.
It's either jail or death, like literally.
Let's give some background, okay? So NBA Youngboy is a rapper from Baton Rouge. He may not be as famous as your Kanye's, your Drake's, your Travis Scott's, but this guy puts up massive download numbers. And according to an article that was posted on Hypebeast, he's been the top streaming artist for the last 5 years.
Raw.
Yeah, he's just been dominating the download game, innit? So he's very successful online with his streaming, but he's got like a violent braggadocio, but also introspective pain music type style, innit?
Okay, yeah. I mean, I've listened to NBA, but for the Never Broke Again, I should say. But for the listeners,
Kai from the streets.
Yeah, for the viewers.
He from the streets.
Yeah, he's got a wild past. Let's just say that.
Yeah. There's a Trap Law Ross documentary on NBA Youngboy. If you want to go and watch that, it's like 3 hours long, but you get all of the background information. Don't go yet. Stay here. It's important to know that he was arrested in 2020. Him and 15 other people were arrested at a video shoot.
The drama surrounding Baton Rouge native rapper NBA Youngboy continues. The rapper was arrested around 4:30 Tuesday morning on multiple drug charges. The rapper was one of 16 arrested at the scene.
3 of them, I believe, were convicted felons. So they, if they didn't have weapons in their possession, they were around weapons.
According to BRPD, they all attempted to run upon their arrival.
There are individuals out there that started tossing their guns. Some started running. They were attempting to hide. There were a group of them that were attempting to hide.
The alleged suspicious behavior led police to search cars at the scene. They confiscated 14 guns, $79,000 in cash and drugs.
Okay.
Due to like drug and gun charges. Because if you're a gangster, you know, you have drugs and you have... Anyway. So he was charged with violating a law which prohibits felons from carrying weapons.
Oh, okay.
But it's a paradox because if anyone needs to carry weapons, it's felons.
True, and yeah, that's pretty true. That's true, and yeah, that's true. That's true. That's true. That's pretty true. That's pretty true. I mean, that's true. Yeah, that's true.
That's why I shouldn't get into that life, kids. Read books, safer. In 2021, he was allowed to be on house arrest. He wanted to chill there, make music, do his thing. Yeah, he was also required to put up $1.5 million. All them streams coming in handy, yeah? And for anyone who says crime doesn't pay, clearly it doesn't pay. Right? The man's on house arrest, man. Come on, how can you think it pays? He had strict guidelines to follow while he was on house arrest, yeah?
Yeah.
Not allowed to have more than 3 people in his house, and those people had a curfew.
What time? Do you know?
I don't know.
Okay. Yeah.
I need one of those because I'm sorry, my Ghanaian brothers and sisters, you don't know when to exit. Get the hell out! Get out! But that's something for another story. And the visitors had to be pre-approved.
Oh, yeah. Fair.
By the chief U.S. District Judge,
I mean, that's how
Shelly Dick.
Is that her name?
Don't laugh.
Man.
Yeah. She got strong powers. Okay.
Yeah, clearly. Imagine being in school and they, you know, that sometimes just call you by your second name.
Yeah. And she's a girl. She's a woman as well, so it must have been.
Yeah.
But look at her now. Know what I'm saying? Judge.
She read books and now she's putting people in house arrest.
Yeah, that's fact. You would listen. You would expect somebody who's on house arrest to cool it.
Hey, Brian Schnee, KUTV2 News. NBA Youngboy, known as Kentrell Galden, who has been under house arrest here in Utah and Weber County, pending federal trial. He was actually arrested here in Utah by the Cache County Sheriff's Office yesterday, suspected of running a large-scale prescription fraud ring. He's been charged with 63 counts, among them a slew of felony charges. The prescription of choice here, promethazine with codeine. It's a cough syrup described as a heavily abused Schedule 5 controlled substance.
There was a probable causes affidavit. These charges include, let's give you the basics, okay? Let's give, because I know you came for the information. So on September the 19th, 2023, there was a pharmacy called Reed's Pharmacy, and they get a call calling in a prescription for a lady called Bethel White.
Okay.
One of the patients, okay? Now, the prescription provided all the necessary information, okay? They had the DEA number. They had the MPI number. As well as other identifiers of a real physician. However, the pharmacy, they did their due diligence and they contacted the physician in question. And what do you think he said?
Nothing to do with me.
Yeah, it wasn't me.
Pharmacy owner Eric Stewart says hearing news of an arrest in the fraud ring investigation involving his business was a relief.
I'm just happy that they were able to connect the dots.
Last September, Stewart says his team at Reed's Pharmacy in Hiram got a call from someone claiming to be a doctor needing to fill a prescription, something he called the first red flag.
Usually don't get a doctor calling in a cough syrup themselves. That'll be like a nurse or something. But then just their medical terminology was off, the quantities, the way they pronounced the things. Everything was suspicious.
He did not have a patient called Bethel White. Yeah. And he had not called in the prescription.
Okay.
The physician also said, according to the affidavit, it's happened several times today.
Huh? Yo, they said today.
You got some set of balls, you know that?
There was another pharmacy, Spencer's Pharmacy, and they received a prescription for a lady called Gwendolyn Cox. Got dick and cock in the same, my God. Yo, this ain't child friendly enough. The prescription was for promethazine with codeine. Okay. Now, Gwendolyn was allegedly born in 1951, which would make her 72 at around the time of the call. Yeah. It was picked up by someone who was alleged to be her daughter.
Okay.
Okay. Now, on the 10th of September, the same thing happened, okay, with a different pharmacy. Again, they phoned the physician and he said, it wasn't me. You know when they say, quit while you're ahead? If you're young if you ever take the piss, yeah, quit while you're ahead. Yeah, because people who tend to take the piss feel like they can take the piss continually.
He's out of line, but he's right.
Yep.
Okay, till you get your comeuppance. Yeah. So they made a call to Larry's pharmacy.
Wow.
But Larry ain't no punk.
Wow.
Yeah? He's not just gonna give you the little pharmacy thing and let you take away man drugs. The prescription was called in for a Gwendolyn Cox. Yeah. This time spelling the name with an O.
Okay.
And a birth year of 1949. Making her about 75. And it was for promethazine and codeine.
Young boy!
The pharmacy, their spidey senses was going off.
My spidey senses tell me this is gonna get fucking tasty, baby.
Yeah,
and they decided to return the call.
Oh, raw.
But the call from the line was disconnected.
Okay.
So I feel like they've been using burner phones.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
I mean, it would be smart too.
Yeah, so they contacted the physician. Again, what did he say? It wasn't me. The clerk at the pharmacy made notice that Gwendolyn, the person who called in the prescription, sounded like a younger person disguising their voice to be someone much older.
See, when people make that discovery, them discoveries like that, busted.
Yeah, now this time, the pharmacy snitched.
I get paid to snitch now, nigga.
There's an investigation now. Now, why do they think it's Youngboy? Is it racism?
No.
No, of course not. Because the affidavit states that 2 different females later became known associates of who? Youngboy. Okay, and they were caught when they tried to pick up the prescriptions at Larry's pharmacy.
Okay.
Yeah. They were also found in a Chevrolet Tahoe. And guess who the Chevy is registered to?
Youngboy.
Investigators then claim that Youngboy himself called pretending to be Gwendolyn.
Now, an interesting allegation that was made in this whole thing is basically prosecutors say that once Youngboy found out that this investigation was taking place, somebody called in to law enforcement acting like they were an old woman named Gwendolyn Cox, requesting to speak to a deputy but didn't really want to provide any information to the deputy. The arrest affidavit says that Gwendolyn sounded as though she was a much younger male from the southern states. Gwendolyn made a statement, "Well, I asked her and she said that she'll have you call me." This statement was a response to a request that was made to have Gwendolyn contact dispatch and have them transfer her call back through. I've lived in the southern United States. The terminology in replacing the word ask with ax or other variations is consistent with the southern dialect in states like Texas, Louisiana, Georgia, and other southern states.
He was rattling, boy. He must have been. Must have been. Do you know why? Yeah, because like, without exposing too much, like that level of I need, that's rattling. Boy. Yeah, that's rattling.
Give it to me now.
Give me a 2 now.
Give it to me now.
Give me a 2 now.
Give it to me now.
Give me a 2 now.
Now, when the women were arrested, the Chevy Tahoe was impounded.
Oh.
Yeah. So then Youngboy had to call to have the car released.
The affidavit states, during the conversation with Kentrell Gaulden, he claimed that the females arrested in Smithfield were family. During the conversation, I only asked questions regarding Kentrell Gaulden's relation to the females who possessed his vehicle, as well as trying to confirm that they had his vehicle with his permission. Kentrell Gaulden agreed that they had permission to have his vehicle and asked about getting it out of impound. I provided Kentrell Gaulden with information on how to get the vehicle out of impound. The conversation continued with Kentrell Gaulden for a duration of time, and Kentrell Gaulden made a statement determined to be an excited utterance. That's very important because that's something that could be used at trial that wouldn't be determined to be hearsay. So the statement was made without asking a related question. Quote, ask him about the prescription that they picked up.
If you've ever listened to Youngboy, has a very distinct voice. Like you can tell Youngboy. And on top of that, let's not add to the fact, all these people, the investigator saying, oh, I noticed that he said ask. All he has to do is listen to a Youngboy tape.
Yeah, it's madness, yeah? So, the affidavit reads, The investigator also made mention of the fact that both Kentrell and the person who had claimed to be Gwendolyn both used the word ask instead of ask.
Gotcha, bitch.
And so it's now becoming obvious to the investigators that he's got something to do with this mess. Yeah. Due to the large amounts, they believe the prescriptions of promethazine and codeine were being sold by Youngboy.
Oh.
Yeah, which is bad.
Yeah, we done move. Yeah, this is now moving. Yeah, this is going left.
Yeah.
This is what the man don't say. It's going left. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because it ain't going right. A statement from the affidavit reads, it also goes on to say,
oh no, I hate that word. I absolutely hate that word. You see, when it comes to legal and you hear enterprise, ship yourself. Go to the next country. My days, that's peak.
Yeah, it's not nice ass fog, innit?
Yeah. Because they put him down as an enterprise as well. Yeah, that enterprise was just run from it.
So because of this, a search warrant was issued for Youngboy's home, in which they found a prescription.
Oh no!
Bottle.
Oh my gosh!
In his bathroom.
This is painful.
Yeah. With the name Carolyn White.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Who had been one of the fraudulent names.
Oh, this is so bad. You know, like when someone like recounts your failures. You know, like if someone like, you know, like something like How to Get Away with Murder. And someone just goes through the steps and then like you just realize they're like, I fucked up.
Now you fucked up. Now you fucked up. Now you fucked up.
Yeah, this is that.
Yeah, and it also contained the details of the doctor that they were pretending that it was from.
No.
So this is obviously it's terrible. It's terrible. Now, Youngboy is currently in the Cache County, Utah jail without bail.
Sorry, broski.
Yeah. Now, apparently, a Louisiana federal judge has signed off on a hearing for his bond to be revoked.
Okay.
Yeah. Which means that if the judge grants Youngboy a release, he could be taken into federal custody and do the rest of his time awaiting trial in a federal institution. So no more music, no more horse riding, no more visiting your brethrens. So this is the situation that Youngboy now finds himself in. So let us know what you think about this Youngboy situation. If you're not subscribed, we have a high number of new viewers, okay? So if you enjoyed, we're not trying to extort you or anything, but if you enjoyed the show, think about subscribing, and we'll be back next week with a new video with some more chaos. My name's been Sammy.
My name's been Don.
Our house is your house. So thank you for chilling with the family, and we're out.
Bow.